should be live on Twitch soon if we're not already. Let's just see the stream come up, and yep, there we go. So welcome to this Battletech Career Mode Let's Play. We have just landed on a new planet, and unfortunately there's only 2 contracts we can do, and all the pirate ones rolled 5 skulls, and whilst they like us, they will only let us do 4.5 skull ones, so we were like 2 rep off being in the next level as well. So that is painful, because that is a number of contracts we just can't do. Nothing we can do about that here though, so let's do the ones we can do. We've got a lowlands battle and a high tonnage pirate lance. Let's do the 4 skull one first. So a high tonnage pirate lance will shortly make planetfall at the behest of a group of petty nobles and commercial interests. Intel suggests that this is the vanguard of a larger force of conventional tanks and infantry, and they're scouting the region for a suitable landing site. We need a competent mercenary company to intercept the mechs and stop the invasion before it gets underway. If their planet-side allies send any support, you ought to wipe them out as well. So this is going to be probably 4v8. 4 skull. We might see a mech that we can see. I mean, king crabs just don't seem to be common around here. But I just know without a shadow of a doubt, if I don't take the salvage, one's turning up. So we still need these king crab parts, and we can go out. I think with this team, it's a pretty solid team. And with the experience in this, it's only going to get better, hopefully. We've got our newly refit Command Atlas with 2+ damage 1120s, 250 damage large lasers. That's a lot of firepower it can put out at long range now. Punish any supporting local forces. I like that. So yeah, we could be heavily outnumbered here. There has been one battle type where you turn up, you've got a target lance, and then some reinforcements are forecast and you see where they're going to come down, and then another lance of reinforcements is forecast and you see where they're going to come down. You have the option to evac if you want. I mean, the last time that happened I was superior enough to the Op4 that I just took them all on, but it's conceivable that this is actually a 5 skull mission and not a 4 skull mission, and they start dropping down really heavy stuff on us everywhere. We might be in trouble.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, here we go. Enemies detected in the area, Commander. Intel reports that the pirates sent a pretty serious lance of mechs. Also keep an eye out for harassing units from the locals. Let's see what we got then. We got cover. That is a big plus. Lots of cover. And they're meant to be over here. So again, there's lots of cover around here. Potential for maybe bad guys to be in play up here, which would be a problem. Thank you for that extra additional soundtrack commentary. I think realistically we want to get down this ramp and off into cover as soon as possible. And yet we've hit that enemy contact right away.
I'm walking here.
We've got plenty of evasion here at least. I'm wondering if I want to keep Duke back with her long range, but I think she will be better mixing up over here.
On the move.
Next turn is probably just going to be getting into cover. Let's see, what have they got? Oh, the vehicles. The Telltale Sound are one of those new urban assault vehicles. think it's called a Gallant. Unknown heavy mech there.
I'm here.
Mech is at the back. If you sprint, can you make it into cover? You can. Let's do that, see what we're up against.
Ready for orders.
And Duke at the back, I think we're reserving with you. Need the other atlases to get out of the way before you can get down. Okay, 60 ton.
Sensors have something.
60 ton. Certainly, it's not feeling like a 5-skull mission at the moment.
Yes, Commander.
So we've got Medusa here. Medusa can get into cover. Let's see if we can get vision on these guys, though. Staying in cover. We've only got vision on one of them.
Roger that.
Okay, but we've got them on the sensors. 100 ton. Okay. Cool. Please be a king crab. Please be a king crab. We need a king crab.
Awaiting orders.
So Apex, we will just be at long range here. I think I'm happy sprinting with you to get into cover.
Affirmative.
It is a king crab. Outstanding. And it's got no damage reduction. It's just out there in the open, in the water. Well, if we
Good to
can,
go.
if we can land the salvage from that, then our salvage quest is complete. I will be so happy.
Double time. Let's go.
Show me your war face.
There'll be vehicles from those local supporting enemy forces. Right, we've got enough resolve for a couple of headshots attempts here.
Standing by.
You're in the Highlander. And you can't get into... Can't get into range with the SRMs, unfortunately. Well, we can try though.
Rolling.
You never know, we might high roll two at once, and if we can just tag him once, pretty much anything else we clip the head with.
Feel
Will do.
wrath.
No, side torso I feel. Yep. No joy there. And we got Duke. Let's reserve with Duke. Their heavy mechs can go. And Medusa's okay. What have we got back there? It's an 80-ton mech, okay. Could be an Awesome or a Victor, maybe a Zeus. And it's another quick draw. Medusa getting some very special attention from their quick draws. So I kind of want
Aye, aye.
Apex to step up so she can take some of the fire. But she can't
Yes,
with Medusa
Commander.
in the way, so it's going to have to be Medusa. And Medusa, can I get you so you're sideways onto that king crab? I can. Okay, here goes nothing. Off with his head.
Engaging target.
Well, we did dink the head. We landed
That taste.
an SRM and a medium laser, I think. We are now, unfortunately, completely out of resolve for precision strikes.
Commander?
Stay sideways onto that king crab, stay in cover,
We'll go.
and let's hammer this quick draw because it's only got 20% damage reduction.
Confirmed. That's gonna hurt.
What's that king crab doing? They're recon, so I don't think they'll have breaching shot. Yep, that's done.
My armor's getting ripped off.
Receiving you.
Got to take a few licks if you want to go for the salvage route with these
Move order
things.
received. Giving him everything I've got.
This might be it for that quick draw. Yep.
Mech destroyed.
Show me your war face.
Okay, so we got a fair bit of resolve there. We've got enough for 2 more headshot attempts. And Ek, you're one of them, and you're going to be shooting in from the undamaged side, so we
Orders?
hopefully have a low risk of destroying
On the
this
way.
accidentally. Let's go with the precision strike and just see if we can take out this guy. 1 SRM hit will not be enough, but 2 SRM hits or 1 of the large lasers, and we're taking all 3 parts of this home with us.
Acknowledge.
Come on. No, nothing. Oh, we got it. We got it. 2 missiles was
Farewell.
enough. King crab down. And now I just have to get Medusa out of here so he doesn't take any more fire. Duke. We're all reserved with you because I want I only want to shoot this quick draw once they've done something. Okay. That's an 8Q. Saying hello
Light
to
damage.
Apex
Holding
there.
firm.
Okay, and they didn't hit that right arm, so that's okay. Medusa, we can rotate you.
Standing by.
Step off this way. Let's get just our left arm for left side facing that quick draw. And let's see if we can blow off the side torso to open them up for Duke to take him down.
Target's taken a critical hit.
Yeah, there's other stuff out there we haven't seen
Yes,
yet.
Commander.
Okay, Apex. Not in too bad a shape, it has to be said. Let's shuffle around here. Nothing else on sensors, why not?
Firing on target. Mech destroyed. Waiting for orders.
And Duke, I think, yeah, we'll sprint up so you've got line of sight on that awesome for next turn. You haven't had to worry
Affirmative.
yet, so
Mess them up. Mess them
it's
up.
okay. We
Good.
can just see that one awesome. We know there are reinforcements out there, we can hear the vehicles. So the awesome does have some damage reduction. Just the 20% left for being in cover.
They will be done.
Ek is a bit out of position. So we won't use Ek. Duke's doing okay though. Don't know if we want to move. I'm feeling pretty good about where we are. Might just get a... Yeah, we can't get into gold range with the weapons. Let's not push forward then, because we don't want to walk into those reinforcements if we're not ready for them. Well, you got two PPCs, PPC there. Yep. So the right torso is where we want to concentrate that
Firing
firepower.
salvo.
We can take out two PPCs in one go.
Critical hit, Commander.
Waiting for orders.
Or reserve with that in case that also gets a bit closer. Something else out there in phase 1 hasn't gone yet. That does mean that we
Waiting for orders.
have an ideal opportunity for Apex to get in range,
Moving to position.
and we can try and defang that awesome a little bit before it does anything.
Roger that.
That'll do.
Reporting critical hit.
That's just got one PPC to work with now. It's less threat than a Panther.
I await your command.
So with that we sprint, but I think we'll move Medusa first.
Roger that.
I live to serve. No shooting, just running.
Still no sign of those reinforcements.
I'm ready.
Probably okay just to move up with Ek
Moving to position.
and sensor lock here.
Sensors locked on.
And then I suspect that Duke will be able to go
Standing by.
get into that front arc. And we can precision strike the center torso with everything. Yep.
Tango down.
So I guess we need to start looking for reinforcements.
I've got eyes on hostile
There we go.
reinforcements. They're heading your way.
I like how Darius says he's got eyes on hostile reinforcements, like he in any way can claim credit for this. Look at modded target, we could probably drop those buildings to clear some line of sight.
Move order confirmed.
A and B. So A, B. That should be enough.
Copy that. Target destroyed.
Let's go.
I do wonder if these things here are in any way explosive.
I'm receiving you.
So Duke can push up and get the line of sight, and it's a bulldog. Don't think we need to be too clever here. Thoroughly dead bulldog.
Reporting vehicle destroyed.
$80-ton vehicle back
Yes,
there. So we're not going to move up and get line of sight, so we can move up.
I'm going.
Yeah, we can sense lock the 70-ton vehicle.
I've got a sensor lock.
And that is that new Gallant urban assault vehicle. And we've got another 80-ton vehicle. Probably demolishes both of those.
Yeah.
And Medusa You get up into cover here,
On it.
and you can open up with the AC-10s.
Standing by. Confirmed.
And Apex can open up with the Gauss
Target
rifles.
confirmed.
That's a very dead urban
Mover
assault
down.
vehicle. Alright, we're lucky to not take too much damage from that Shrek having a go.
I'm your spaniel.
Ek, you're obstructed there and there.
What's up, boss?
Duke, it's not really kind of where you're meant to be leading the charge, but
Location confirmed.
you're up here. There's that demolisher. And we can fight everything and not red lines, so let's do it. Great. Don't have to worry about
Reporting.
eating
Enemy
another
vehicle
couple of
eliminated.
AC-20s.
Ready for orders.
And reserve with Ek, and then we can move
Let me know when you need me, Chief.
Medusa and Apex out of the way. So Apex... At this point, we don't really have to worry about cover, I don't think. We can just tee off with
Taking
everything.
the south.
And that's probably it.
Vehicle fragged.
That should blunt any enthusiasm for further attacks into Marek territory.
Mission successful.
Yep, pretty non-controversial. 20% payments on the contract payout, which is nice. It was a 4-skull mission, so we get the XP. No damage. And here is our king crab. And yeah, there's lots of other stuff which is fairly nice, but I don't have to worry too much about it. All that matters is getting that king crab. And despite that, we got a couple of nice extra bits and pieces as well.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
One of the most heavily armed and armoured mechs ever constructed, the King Crab is capable of massive burst damage. A pair of heavy close-range autocannons from its primary weaponry backed up by ranged weaponry to fire as it closes distance. So we're definitely using that. So I'm pretty sure this is my Highlander variant. Yeah, I've got 4 SRM6s, whereas this one is the headshotting variant. So let's replace this one and we'll see if we can make... you know, that's entirely capable. We've tried out the Punchmaster, and it did punch some stuff, and it's speed 4, but this is speed 4, punches stuff really well, and is a heavy. Um, yeah, I think this Highland is probably still on the slightly underwhelming side. So yeah, let's pull that for the king crab. And that's the complete roster achievement. And if we check the career score, we've got the mech chassis completion bonus, and we've got the mech weight class completion. So we've done it. Let's have a look at that mech bay. And we need to swap that in here. This is one of the 100-tonners. So what can we work with here? 48 tons remaining, that's max armor. And then pare that down, that still gives us 40 tons. That's pretty impressive. So what we can, I got to take off, I get to 42 tons by shaving off a little bit. So 40 tons, there's support point, so I could even shave off another 40. And I think I could take another 43 off the back for another half ton off the back. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. So there we go, we've got 43 tons to work with. 4 energy hard points, 4 missile hard points. And a couple of autocannon hard points. So I'm wondering if we make a variant of our, if we take our sniper Highlander option, but we use the 50 damage AC5s, so we don't have to worry so much about heat. And we use some plus 10 damage large lasers. This is 12 tons. We obviously need ammo for the autocannons. Yeah, we can make this the shield side. 50. Oh, I managed to grab plus 5 damage somehow. Let's get plus 10 damage. So we've got 10 tons remaining at this point. 5 50 damage weapons. Makes sense to whack in a good cockpit mod. Plus 2 injury resist is fine. Gyro is what we've got, plus 1 hit defense. Plus 1 hit defense is as good as it gets, so maybe we'll go with that. Now in terms of missiles, I want as many chances to hit the head with a 12 damage SRM as possible. So where are we with 4 damage SRM2s? That's 4 tons. And that's only 8 SRMs per volley. And SRM ammo gets you 100 rounds. So that's 12 and a bit rounds of firing, that's fine. The AC5 ammo gets you 15 rounds, so we've got really good endurance. Only 5 tons for heat sinking, which is obviously less than ideal. So our Alpha Strike is, and we would be firing all of these ideally, is 86 heat. So a 10% heat exchanger is going to be slightly better than 2 heat sinks. Not a lot better, but slightly better. And then the rest needs to be heat sinks. And if we could make them double heat sinks, that would be better. So what's our durability like? Our durability is 1760. That's as much as the Command Atlas, so we're really heavily armoured. We do 250 damage out at long range. And these do 24 each. So 4 heats, that's 16 heat. So I don't think I'll take anything more off the rear armour. I might take 10, 10, 10, 10. And then 2, 3, 4. So that gets us another heatsink. And really, I mean, it's gamey, but let's stick the ammo in the legs, because we can. With the heat sinks for crit padding. And at this point our durability is 1680, which is good as the Atlas is. I feel like this is something that's not going to get close enough for small lasers to be relevant, and the only thing we have minimum range on is the AC5s anyway, and a decent tactics pilot is going to take away those minimum range penalties anyway. If we find better AC5s, great, and we can find potentially more accurate large lasers also, but otherwise I think this is going to be a fearsome headhunter. That is our King Crab. Be ready in 9 days.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
And let's manage the tasks and make sure that's going to be the one that's finished first. Really looking forward to trying that out. Well, that is where we need to leave things at the moment. I've got to look at potentially the colour scheme for it as well once it's finished. It's very different mech to the stock one, but that should have a lot of endurance to it and be as good as this. You know, working with this Highlander here, it's probably replacing the Highlander in my default lineup because it's slightly tougher. And then the Highlander's a good replacement for it. Maybe I'll use it, the Highlander, and then a couple of the Atlases depending on the environment. But yeah, pretty promising. And we've managed to get that King Crab, complete our mech bay,
Yes, Commander.
which is good.
Receiving.
And we can now, I think, get Guts. Yeah, +2 health on Duke.
Mech warrior training complete.
And
Yes, Commander.
Ek. Yeah, I think similarly, +2 health there.
Training complete.
And Medusa is the other
Commander.
guy we're using, so we can either get unsteady threshold or a little bit more accuracy. The unsteady threshold I think makes sense, and in fact, I mean we probably do get 9 gunnery, but then after that, the first 10 will be piloting for sure.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Oh yep, and there's that reminder that King Wolf's
Ready for orders.
out of commission until later. Okay, well, that's it for now. Next time out we've got the last contract here, and then we're travelling on. So we'll be doing a 5-skull battle in the lowlands. And after that we'll be finding another planet. So if you've been watching, thanks for watching. And until